Hi children, good morning everyone. Welcome to today's math class. Today we are going to study different kinds of quadrilaterals based on the nature of sides or angles. Quadrilaterals can be named as trapezium, kite, rhombus, parallelogram, rectangle, square. Okay, let us discuss these quadrilaterals and their properties one by one. Okay, first one, trapezium. A trapezium is a quadrilateral with a pair of parallel sides. Trapezium is a quadrilateral with a pair of parallel sides. So this is a trapezium. So in a trapezium, any two sides are parallel. So these two sides are parallel. Here, these two sides are parallel. And look at here, this is another trapezium. So here, these two sides are parallel. So in a trapezium, with a pair of parallel sides. A trapezium is a quadrilateral with one pair of parallel sides. Okay, clear? Yes. Then the second one is a kite. A kite is a special type of quadrilateral with exactly two pairs of equal consecutive sides. It is a special type of quadrilateral with exactly two pairs of equal consecutive sides. So, in a kite, there are two pairs of equal consecutive sides. So, in this kite, these two are one pair of consecutive sides. Consecutive means continuous. So these two sides are consecutive sides. So this is one pair of consecutive sides. And this is another pair of consecutive sides. So in a kite there are two pairs of equal consecutive sides. Okay, these two sides are equal and these two sides are equal. Okay, that's a kite. And in a kite, the diagonals are perpendicular to one another. Diagonals means what? Yes, it is the line joining between two non-consecutive vertex. Okay, so this is one of the diagonal. And here we have one more diagonal. So, in a kite, the diagonals are perpendicular to one another. Perpendicular means all angles are 90 degrees, straight line, perpendicular to one another. And one of the diagonal bisects the other. One of the diagonals bisects the other diagonal. So here, this diagonal, the long diagonal, bisects the other diagonal. Bisect means divide it into two equal parts. Okay, that is bisects. So this diagonal bisects this diagonal into two equal parts. Okay, and one more thing, that is in a kite, the angle between two equal consecutive sides are equal. The angles between the two equal consecutive sides. That means these two angles are equal. Okay, clear? That's a kite. Then the third type of quadrilateral is a parallelogram. What is a parallelogram? Yes, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with each pair of opposite parallel sides. Okay, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with each pair of opposite parallel sides. That means two pairs of parallel sides, opposite parallel sides. Okay, that's a parallelogram. And we know that in a parallelogram, the diagonals bisects one another. Okay, diagonals are not perpendicular because parallelogram, this is the shape of a parallelogram. We know that a parallelogram this is a parallelogram. It has two pairs of parallel lines, two pairs of opposite parallel lines. So these two pairs are parallel and these two pairs are parallel. So in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Okay. Then diagonals bisect one another. Okay. That's a parallelogram. Clear? Yes. Then next is a rhombus. Rhombus. What is a rhombus? Yes. A rhombus is a quadrilateral with equal length. It is a quadrilateral with all sides having same length. Okay. That's a rhombus. A rhombus is a quadrilateral with equal length. It is a parallelogram. Actually, it is a parallelogram with equal length. That means a rhombus is a parallelogram with equal length. That means all sides are equal in length. Clear? That is a rhombus. All sides are equal. And the same properties as same as a parallelogram. That means opposite sides are parallel. Opposite sides are parallel. Then opposite sides are equal. All sides are equal. Opposite angles are equal. Then diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Diagonals in a rhombus, diagonals are perpendicular to each other. And diagonals bisect one another. Okay, and the diagonals bisects the other diagonal. Okay, each of the diagonals bisect the other. Clear? That's a rhombus. Yes. Then the next type of quadrilateral is a rectangle. But we know that. What is a rectangle? Yes. A rectangle is a quadrilateral, four-sided figure with opposite sides are equal and parallel also. So in a rectangle is a quadrilateral. Rectangle is a parallelogram with all angles are equal. That is, all angles are right angles. That's a rectangle. Okay, rectangle is a parallelogram, but all angles are right angles. So the lines are like straight lines. So this is a rectangle. We know that a rectangle has four sides and opposite sides are equal. Then all angles are, in a rectangle, all angles are 90 degree. Isn't it? Yes. And diagonals are equal. In a rectangle, diagonals are equal. And the diagonals bisect one another. Okay. Two diagonals are equal in length. And the diagonals bisect the other, one another. Isn't it? And diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Okay. That's a rectangle. Then the last one is square. We know that a square. What is a square? Yes, a square is a rectangle with equal length. That is a rectangle with equal length. So, a square is like a rectangle with equal length. That means all sides are equal. In a square, all sides are equal. And all angles are equal. That is 90 degree. All angles are 90 degree. Square also. Okay. Then the same properties, same as a rectangle. That is, diagonals are equal. In a square, diagonals are equal. And the diagonals bisect one another. One of the diagonal bisect the other diagonal. And the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Same property, same as rectangle. Diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Okay, clear? That's a square. Okay. Next, some important properties. Already we discussed the properties of different quadrilaterals. These are the most important properties that you have to study. Okay, first one. The opposite sides of a parallelogram are of equal length. First property, the opposite sides of a parallelogram are of equal length. Opposite sides are of equal length. Okay. Then second property, the opposite angles of a parallelogram are of equal measure. Opposite angles are equal. So in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and opposite angles are equal. Clear? Okay, first and second property. Opposite sides are equal in length and opposite angles are equal in measures. Then the third property. The adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Supplementary means 180 degree. So, the adjacent means nearest angles are supplementary. So, these two angles, either these two are two adjacent angles, or these two are another pair of adjacent angles. So, in a parallelogram, the adjacent angles are supplementary. That means sum of these two angles is 180 degree. Okay. So, we use these properties. Okay. To solve some questions related to parallelograms. Okay. So, these are the three important properties. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Opposite angles are equal. And adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Okay, then we already told the diagonals. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect one another. Okay, are perpendicular and bisect one another. Okay, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Yes. Then next, about a rectangle. The diagonals of a rectangle are equal in length and bisect one another. The diagonals of a rectangle are equal in length and bisect one another. Like the diagonals of a square are equal in length and are perpendicular bisector of one another. Okay, same properties. Equal in length and bisect the diagonals. Okay, then last one about a rhombus. The diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other and bisect one another. Okay, these are the some important properties that we can use to solve some problems. Okay, let us discuss some problems. First one, in a parallelogram, one angle is given 70 degree. Find all the other angles. So we can use the properties to find the missing angles. Okay, first question. In a parallelogram, its name is RING, a ring. In a parallelogram ring, one of the angle, that is angle R equal to 70 degree is given. Find all the other angles. So we have to find the remaining 3 angles using the properties of parallelogram. It is very easy. Okay, already we learned the properties of parallelogram. What are they? Yes, opposite sides are equal. Here we need to find the angle. So, in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So, this angle R equal to 70 degree, then angle N equal to 70 degree, because opposite angles are equal. Angle R equal to angle N. Opposite angles. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. Therefore, these 2 angles are equal. Therefore, angle N equal to 70 degree, because this is also 70. So, these 2 angles are 70. Then, one more property that we have learned. What is that? Yes, 2 adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Either this or this, any. Okay, 2 adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So, this angle is 70. What about this angle? Total this angle, sum of these 2 angles is 180 degree. That is supplementary. So, 70 plus dash equal to 180. That means 180 minus 70 equal to this angle. Angle G equal to 180 minus 70. What is that? 110 degree. So, angle G equal to 110. Because sum of the 2 adjacent angles of a parallelogram is 180 degree, supplementary. So, this angle is 110 degree. Then what about this angle? Yes, this is opposite angle. So, this is also 110 degree. Opposite angles are equal. Okay. Yes. Next one. The following figures are parallelograms. Find X and Y. Using the properties of parallelograms, we have to find the missing angles X and Y. First question this. Its name is GUNS. The following figures are parallelograms. Find X and Y. Here side is given, not angle. 3y minus 1. This side is 18 and this side is 26 and this side is 3x. So here find X and Y. We need to find the value of X and Y. This is the question figure. In the following figure, find X and Y. That's a question. So, how to find X and Y? What is given? These are the sides of the parallelograms. This is one side, 3 minus 1. Then, what is the property? Yes, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal, parallel, equal. So, these 2 sides are equal. Just equate these 2 sides. Then you will get Y. Also, these 2 sides are also equal, parallel sides. Another pair of parallel sides are equal. So, 3x equal to 8. So, we can find X and Y. Just to solve the equation. So, using the properties of parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. That is 3y minus 1 equal to 26. It is given in the question 3y minus 1 equal to 26. Then find y. So that 3y equal to 26 plus 1. Shifting minus 1 to the RHS plus 1. Then what about 3y? 27. 3y equal to 27. Then what about y? Yes. Divided into 3 become divided by 3. 27 divided by 3 is what? 27 by 3, 9. So the value of y equal to 9. That is, just put the value of 9 here, you will get 26 as the answer. 9 into 3, 27. 27 minus 1, 26. So both sides are equal. Clear? Yes. Now we need to find the value of x also. So these two sides are equal. Equate that sides. That is 3x equal to 18. Then just find x. X equal to this, shifting this into 3 becomes divided by 3. 18 divided by 3 equal to 6. So the value of x equal to 6. Just put 6 into 3, 18. Both sides are equal. Clear? This is in this chapter. This is very simple chapter. So you have to solve all the questions given in your textbook. Okay. That's all. Thank you.